This is Dave Baker from Forged in Fire, and you've been listening to the Reverend and the Reprobate. And this is why you really shouldn't listen. So I've got 40 pounds of salmon in my refrigerator right now.
That's amazing. We were actually talking about that. We were watching an episode last night from what was it? I think
it was from season 3. I think.
Yeah, the Ben's second win, where Ben became the first 2-time champion.
Yes,
and this hog gets cut in half, and both of us were like, "That would barbecue so well."
I mean, the hogs. Hogs are one of those things that you butcher them, you cook them, then you don't let them sit around.
Yeah, this is true. If it's been sitting around for a while. I still might try to throw some paprika at it.
Out in the sun. We've had a couple of incidents where the test medium was a little riper than we might want them to be.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Well, you hang a pig out in the sun, and then they set up the lighting, and then they set up the camera angles, and then they do walkthroughs, and we do the clean reads and everything else. By the time you get to cutting it, it's been out in the sun for a while.
Yeah, okay. Valid point.
Yeah. So
the pigs actually go to a wolf sanctuary.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
In upstate New York. So all that meat from the pigs, the boars, the goats, anytime we cut any of those things, a truck comes down from the wolf sanctuary. That's I've forgotten the name. I'm sorry. I wish I knew it. They're in upstate New York, and they pick up that meat and then feed it out to the wolf.
And you guys film in Virginia, right? This isn't in L.A.?
No. We're in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. I thought Virginia.
I live in Virginia. My farm is in Virginia. So I bought a farm. I bought a farm last year and moved from California to Virginia, but we work in Connecticut.
And do you make all of the weapons? We talked about you make the weapons for the show. Do you make that at your home forge in Virginia, or do you make that on site somewhere?
No. Our schedule is such that they'll say, "Hey, like this season," they say, "Hey, we got 50 shows." Yay, cool. And then I say, "Well, great. Let's pick the weapons and I can get started." And they go, "Okay, great."
They don't go, "Here's your 50 weapons. You have a year to make it."
No. So then we go back and forth, and then we get to where we're about a week and a half out, and they go, "Okay, here's the first 20."
Oh, nice.
That's how production.
I managed to do about 5 or 6 of them in my home forge before I left for Connecticut, and then the rest of them I literally do. Like I had Sunday off. I did a couple of weapons on Sunday. I've got the weekend off this weekend, and I'll take one of those days and do a couple of weapons. I having been in the entertainment industry and worked on deadlines, I've learned to work very, very fast.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that everybody goes, "Well, do you get the same time the Smiths get?" Well, I wish I did, but if you think about that, 50 weapons, the Smiths get 4 days per weapon. Okay, that's 200 days. If we're shooting 11 months out of the year, which I think we're 10 months. We're shooting 10 months out of the year.
Good
so,
grief.
I mean, there's not enough days to do all the weapons and shoot the show. So I kind of get the days off to make weapons. I go in sometimes early in the morning and make weapons. But with COVID, we've got new restrictions, so it's been a bit trying, to say the least.
Do you think that the COVID could survive the forge? You think it?
I actually had a doctor tell me that I was so toxic that COVID couldn't survive me. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's metal. I don't sweat anymore. It rust.